So, I've brought you all here today to be honest about something. To be excruciatingly, painfully honest about something. About why I'm here, in this country, in this field. Why in May 2010 I booked a one-way ticket to Ireland. A one-way ticket. So when I first proposed this play to the National Theatre of Scotland, I told them that I was going to give them a whimsical and magical tale full of leprechauns and fairies. It was going to be about red-haired ladies and blue-eyed boys and magic and myths and music. It was about a woman, myself, waking up in an Irish field with no real idea of why or how she got there. And then, using the things that she found on her person, she would piece together this wild and wonderful tale. It was going to be crazy and fun and swashbuckling and rollicking and slightly Pinteresque, and it was all going to be squashed into 5 minutes. So when I got the confirmation that I would be part of 5 Minute Theatre, I sat down to try and write it. And then I tried again. And then I tried again, and then I tried again. But it was crap. It was forced and boring and derivative, and I couldn't think of a single reason why anyone would want to watch it. You see, the original plan had been to take a little bit of truth of my own situation and then cover it up with so much gloss and fiction that no one would be able to tell what was me and what wasn't. But it didn't work. So, instead, I've decided to give you the unvarnished truth. But unfortunately for me, the most truthful explanation is also the most embarrassing explanation. Why are you moving to Ireland? People ask me. Why Ireland? Why Ireland? Australians ask me. Irish people ask me. Everybody asks me. Whim, I'd say. Oh, I have to get out of Sydney, I'd say. I've always wanted to live overseas, I'd say. Too many Irish ciders with a very persuasive friend one night, I'd say. All partly true. I love rain. I love Irish music. I love rolling green hills and the countryside, and I've always secretly wanted to live on a farm. But the most honest explanation. There was a boy. And before you get too excited, he wasn't Irish. He was Australian. And before you get the wrong idea, he was never interested in me. Now, I have to admit that up front, no matter how ridiculous and pathetic it makes the rest of the story sound. So, there was a boy that I was in love with, but he was never interested in me. But I thought that I could change his mind. I thought if I could just lose 20 kilos, or if I could get the right combination of hair and makeup and clothes, if I could remember everything that he ever told me, if I could like the things that he liked, if I could be interested in the things that he was interested in, if I could care about the causes that he cared about, if I could make him smile or laugh or think, if I could be friends with his friends, if I could turn up at the party he was at the events, the lectures, the gigs, the book launches, if I could be completely different to who I actually am, he would suddenly turn around, see the wonderful, delightful, and awe-inspiring human being I am, fall in love with me, and realize that we were meant to be together. Possibly in a little white cottage with wisteria and climbing roses over the walls. This boy liked Ireland. So I decided to plan a trip to Ireland. You know, just for a couple of months, nothing crazy. But my plan to visit Ireland didn't make him fall in love with me either. So I decided to move to Ireland. I don't know what I thought he would do. That he would beg me not to go? That he'd say he'd move with me? Maybe. But what he did next, I didn't expect. He proposed to his ex-girlfriend. And she said yes.